Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuhu everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing amazing. So as you may have read by the title of this video, in this video I am going to teach you guys how to vibrate on a higher level. Now what do you mean by that? Have you guys ever looked at someone and been like, whoa, there is just something different about this person? That doesn't necessarily have anything to do with them being the prettiest looking person, the most handsome looking person, or that doesn't even have anything to do with, how they dressed up. For all you know, they're just dressed simply, simple looking people, but then there's just something about them that just makes them 10 times more attractive, and you guys might not even realize how deep of a connection does this have to do with basic personality traits. It has got everything to do with your energy. So in this video, I'm not gatekeeping anyone. I'm gonna tell you guys how to become that person that someone looks at you and they're like, whoa, there was just something about this person. Or sometimes people are even too shy to admit that there's just some energy about this person that click different. Or people are not even that good with words generally, so they don't speak, but then their reaction to this person entering the room and their reaction to this person being around them is just extra, either too happy or too bothered. And this video is not about how you become that so that you get people to say that about you as well. Because ironically, as much as people start paying attention to these kind of people after they have this glow up, you know what? These people stop caring. And the only way they get that attention is when they detach from people and what their opinions are, what people have to say, because they're so invested in themselves and they're so engraved in inner self work. So without any further ado, let's get into it. First of all, for this person, their self-respect is stronger than their emotions. They have emotional control, be it a man or be it a woman. You have to have emotional control, because if I am being honest, we all on a daily basis, sometimes we're not even evil people, but sometimes we just get thoughts and ideas and emotions that we're like, I'm not this for sure. If there's anything that I know about me, this is not me. Why am I thinking this way? And of course, that's shaitan, and that's shaitan trying to distract you. It is so beautiful how this vibrating on a higher level is in sync with following your religion as well. The teachings of Islam really align with what a person who is on this path to vibrate on a higher level would follow, right? Your self-respect has to be more important than your emotions, because we feel 10 different emotions and we most definitely cannot give in to those 10 different emotions. If we do that, then we'd be sinning. There's not one person I've looked at and admired who hasn't had self-control. Moreover, they put the important things like their moral values, their religious values before their emotions. That way you'll respect yourself. Like I respect myself for avoiding so many sins within a day. And of course I'm a sinner, but do I not respect myself for the things that I forego when I did have the opportunity to commit a sin? Yes, I do. When you start sort of listening to, your moral values and putting your moral values and your fundamental and religious values before all of these emotions that you might be feeling, then you really vibrate on a higher level, because again, you're detached. And one thing about people that are detached, they are very charismatic. They are very charming. There's something so alluring about these people that people just want to be around them. Like my mother, one of them is, okay? My mother is not attached to anyone. She is full of love. She is really giving. She gives love like anything. I'm like, Mama, you give love so much. How does it come so easily to you? And it's just very easy to her. She doesn't fall short of love. But one thing about her, when that woman detaches herself, it's over for anybody that gets on her nerves. Because the women that are in tune with their feminine energy, they understand that chase is not their thing. Okay. People who are vibrating on a higher level, these are the people that don't gossip and that don't backbite. Again, when I was a kid, okay, maybe Allah put me in these situations where I literally doubted myself so much, because He wanted me to understand and observe things, like being on both the sides of the line, to sort of assess a situation like quite well. And when I used to go at places where I would just witness there being nothing but constant gossiping and backbiting and discussions about other people, it was almost that like when I would feel like when these people are mocking someone, when they have like a group discussion, now there's one scapegoat for their group mockery. Next moment, it can even be me. That way, I didn't really end up respecting those people a lot. If you're somebody that is secure within yourself, you're just not going around mocking people. But if you're really, really insecure, generally, as per psychology as well, people who have like humor that just revolves around insulting people, and you might think, oh, they're so savage. No, generally, there's inner insecurity that they're trying to cover up through their humor. I don't say that, psychology does. Right? But for the people that are secure within themselves, well, they won't do that to be noticed, because, and if they have an insecurity, they will be like, okay, I'm going to therapy, I'm going to get a counseling session done. Literally today morning I was feeling insecure, and I was like, I figured my emotions, and I was like, this is not right, I'm not feeling this. This is not for me. This is not an emotion that I am supposed to be feeling. I don't choose this for me. I availed a counseling session right then and there, because I was like, ain't no way I'm gonna go to sleep with this emotion. Ain't no way I'm gonna go for the rest of my day even with this emotion. It's not the one for me. And you won't believe how people will even respect you for not being the backbiter in the room, for not being the gossiper in the room, because you choose not to. And they can even feel like they trust you. And people generally naturally gravitate towards those people that they can feel like are reliable in the room, that they can trust in the room. Thirdly, these people take care of themselves, because you need to understand that you are an amana, you are a gift. Your body, your organs are a gift that have been bestowed by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to your soul. You need to take care of your body, you need to take care of your internal organs, you need to take care of yourself. Even the verses in the Quran suggest us to look after ourselves. But there are some people that feel like if there is somebody that's in love with themselves, then that person, and if the person practices self-care, then that person is arrogant or egoistic and evil. No, brother, no, sister. This person is obeying Allah. They're taking care of themselves. They're preventing themselves from sin. If somebody tells you that you should not love yourself, okay. If you're telling me I should not love myself, if I don't love myself, I will start sinning. Nauzubillah. Like if I wouldn't be loving myself, I would be sinning right, left, and center. Because what is worse that you could do to yourself after being a Muslim than doing things purposely after knowing the truth and the right hadith and going about sinning because you know you will be in hell? What's worse than in doing things that will take you to hell and that will make you suffer in your grave? So if we're such hypocritical people that we say that we don't love ourselves, we shouldn't love ourselves, and we then go about preventing ourselves from doing things that will take us to hell. You should take care of your mental health. It's totally okay if you unfollow, mute, and don't watch the people that can disturb your mental peace. Do you think you were put on this earth to suffer? No, you were not. You were meant to be tested, and you will be tested, but you were also put here to be blessed. Why can't you look at it that way? Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he suggested the Muslims tips for hygiene, how to take care of themselves. Like he suggested us even to dress presentably, modestly yet presentably. Sahabas asking him whether looking after the way you look and taking care of your clothes, it comes under pride. And Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that no, it doesn't come under pride. Pride is when you deny the truth and look down upon others. But accepting the truth and taking care of how you look does not come under pride, So women as well, it's not just about like general things for us. You need to ensure like you take care of yourself in every way, right? Your hair, your body, everything. If you can afford it, like get yourself spas in an all-female salons. Like take care of your beauty. You need to. You're an amana to yourself from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And that way you should also take care of your mental health. You should take care by, getting counseling if you feel like. And, even like dua is in a form therapy. It is. Because you're talking to your Allah about how you feel. I talk to Allah about how I feel in my duas. Like very honestly, I tell him. I talk to him when I don't feel good. That in itself is counseling. And what has Allah suggested us? To talk to Him when we feel low. So that is taking care of ourselves. And at the same time, you also take care of the company that you surround yourself with, okay? Because if you have a positive energy to yourself, then you will not want to surround yourself with the people that aren't vibrating on a high level or that aren't religious enough, because Islamically you are on the religion of your friends. So again, you're supposed to protect your energy as well. Another very important quality of a person who vibrates on a high level is that they are not afraid of embracing their true potential. When I was in 11th standard, I was so afraid of sort of embracing my true potential in the environment that I was in. In my first year, I was just so hard to open up. Like, I was just so afraid of embracing what I had work I had done on myself during the COVID time. When in my 10th, I thought that people would consider me to be an alien. They would hate on me. They would think that I'm egoistic. And that happens with a lot of smart people I know in general. And can I just say, a lot of smart women, they are afraid of embracing their true potential. A lot of them, okay? They're afraid of just being themselves because of the judgment from others. And let me just tell you that in my intermediate second year, which is in my 12th standard, when I did embrace my full potential to the best of my ability, it wasn't like I was proved wrong regarding being the judged part. But wait. I'm not done yet. What also happened was I found my people. I found the people that appreciated me for being me. I found the people that came up to me that were literally like also lecturers that were like, you are different. You are one of the best students we ever had, you know? And one of the times when I actually went up and took part in a debate, one of my sirs told me that if you wouldn't have taken part in this debate, I wouldn't know that this class had a student like you. And that was a big compliment coming from a lecturer who did teaching for pretty much 25 plus years. And then I had my English teacher who really liked me, who was fond of me. And all these people like started liking me and appreciating me. I found my people that I'm still in touch with, like even in college. So it was like junior college, okay? And now I'm like in actual college. So they're still in touch with me and they really appreciate me. And that's because I was able to embrace who I truly was. I didn't find the people that I'm now in touch with when I was this insecure person that was in my shell. But when I did embrace it, there were a lot of people that called me egoistic as well. They were easy to make comments on my confidence being my ego, my boundaries being, again, me being egoistic. But then again, was I gonna drop whole new era that I had entered into of embracing my true potential and wisdom, which also led me into finding my dream people to just be associated with, for the people that weren't who I wanted to be like even? No. And the thing with hate is that it generally comes from people who are not on the same level as you. That brings me to a person who vibrates on a higher level, have no space in their heart, their mind, or their body to have hatred, jealousy, or envy. Whilst these emotions can be natural, they don't want to risk their positive energy for continuing to feel this way. So they immediately avail a counseling session or immediately speak to a person that might be helpful for them, or immediately offer, salah is out of question, offer salah and ask Allah for help. And that's when Allah sends you help also, by the way. You need to ask Allah for help and for guidance. Here, I'll give it to you. A lot of us, hate or jealousy, whenever we did experience it, wasn't instilled for no reason. I give it to you that whatever experiences negative you may have gone through may have caused you into being the person that you are, because they may have been very negative experiences. I give it to you to that. But what differentiates a person who doesn't vibrate on a higher level, especially because of their negativity, with the person that does vibrate on a high level, is the fact that they don't deal with their emotions the right way. We're emotional beings. All of us feel. Like the people that you look at, if you feel like they don't have any emotions, no, it's not like that. They just know how to control their emotions well. It is never the hardship before the hardship that defines your character. It is never how you were before the hardship that defines your destiny. It is how you choose to act after you go through that hardship that defines who you are and where you're going to be in your akhirah as well, whether hell or in heaven. Because people with hatred and the things that they do out of hatred, they will not be in heaven. They will not be in Jannah. My traumas did once make me a hater. But let me explain. I dealt with it. I took counseling, even at the times where counseling I couldn't afford. I couldn't, right? I still took counseling. I made sure I reflect on myself. I made sure I journal. I made sure I'm vulnerable and I talk about these emotions that I had built up for over years inside of me that were not positive at all. I made sure that I take them out, okay? I was so insecure when I was 10, 11 years old that I didn't even live up to my full potential. I wasn't even like a kid enough. I was always worried and constantly worrying about what others might think about me. When I see a 10-year-old or an 11-year-old or even a 13, 14-year-old doing so well in their school or academics or having good friends or not being scared of what others might think of them, if I was insecure, it was my problem. It was my experience. Doesn't mean I'm gonna hate on a kid. I'm gonna tell that, oh, you're too sharp for your age, because you best believe right now for a 19-year-old, I have a lot of 30-year-olds, 40-year-olds judging me, especially women, for being the way I am right now, because I am who they were not able to be at this age. But I could have also chosen hate, right? I could have chosen to look at a 13-year-old, 14-year-old and judge them and think that and hate on them. There are times when I do look at them and I'm like, oh, I just wish I was this fearless. I wish that they're protected. I wish that their fearlessness and their childishness is protected. People that go through a lot of pain, that's what they wish on people that they see younger or who have a better time than they had when they were younger. Don't have excuses to hate, because the people that go through the worst of times, some of them, they don't choose to hate no matter what they go through. So you cannot sit here and tell me, no, every villain was once a hero. No, you chose to be a villain. You chose to let your situations turn you into becoming a villain. I know there are a lot of people that didn't choose to let the odds in their life decide who they were going to be. I am nowhere even equal to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam in terms of my character. But since he's the role model for the entire ummati, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he also faced hatred from people. He went through so many situations, okay? Yet he was the most loving human being. He prayed for his ummah. He had so much compassion, so much love. Even though people tried to wrong him and did wrong him so much, Shaitan became Shaitan, because of his ego, because of his pride. He let his situation, how he was feeling, decide that he was going to go against Allah, that he wasn't going to bow down to Adam alayhi salam. And that is why he became the Shaitan, he became the villain, So you need to understand that. You don't, listen, just because you went through pain doesn't mean you go spoil others' lives. You don't do that. You forgive, and not for them, but for yourself, for Allah. Because Allah does not enter a heart which has hatred. And I empathize with you to a point that you tell me that I feel all of these intense emotions in myself. Okay, well and good, but you deal with them in a practical way. Also, with people who vibrate on a high level, a lot of the times when I would look at them as a kid, I used to feel like, okay, these people, they're never embarrassed. They're literally never embarrassed. What is it with them? Because I get embarrassed every 2 seconds. For all you know, it's not that they don't get embarrassed, but it's more like they don't pay attention to their embarrassments. They don't even look at embarrassment as real, because if you practically think of it, can you actually physically go back to your past and change something that happened that you may have thought is embarrassing? You can't. Okay, can you alter it? You can't. So that is out of the question. Chalo, if only you could have gone, you actually had one time machine through which you could have gone in the past and changed something, should you have felt all of those emotions, embarrassment and everything, and gone on a guilt trip about your embarrassments? But you can't, okay? You can't change how you sinned. You can't change your embarrassment. So why are you latching on to those memories? Why are you letting your embarrassment decide who you are? So a lot of the times, when I would do something embarrassing in front of someone and I would meet them the next time, I used to meet them with the intention that they would remember what I did and they only remember me for that. But for all you know, they didn't. They forgot about it, right? But I remember those people because of them having witnessed my embarrassing moments. So it's like, I'm so harsh on myself. Like, till when? Till I'm alive? Like, till I am gone? I'm going to be harsh on myself, This is how high vibrational people look at embarrassment. They experience it and then they're like, listen, it happened and it happened. That's it. I can't change it. I'm going to be cool. Okay? And when I realized this, I realized that when I looked around me, nobody even cared as much as I did. Because then, of course, now even I happen to go through embarrassing moments. And then when I go through them, I started acting chill and I then pause and look around, low-key absorb everything. And I realized nobody even cared. No one cares. okay? So stop caring. You are the one that decides what is it that will define you, okay? You have that power. Allah has given you that power, okay? So decide wisely, be wise. Stop going on guilt trips, embarrassments. But yeah, guys, that is pretty much about it for this video. Inshallah, I'll come up with more parts of this video, but I've covered up pretty much everything that I had on my mind for 2-3 days now regarding the title of this video. And I really don't want you guys to experience the kind of years I experienced in terms of just constantly overthinking about how others perceive me. It was a very emotionally draining journey. It was very painful to have gone through that, and I don't want anybody to be going through that. I want everyone to just live and let live, literally. And it can be easier than how it is for you if you're not vibrating on a high level. And you just have to be disciplined and adapt to these characteristics, and trust me, you're not even going to care about the people, but once you start adapting to these things, you're going to realize that you will find your people and they will want to be around you and revolve around you. That's just how it works. Okay, Jazakallah khair for watching. If you like this video, please hit the like button, share this video, and subscribe to my channel for more such videos in the future, inshallah. Keep me in your prayers, guys, and I'll keep you in mind. Allah Hafiz.